Hello everyone, welcome back. Aura Blue Life here, and welcome back to our our Let's Play of Monster Rancher 4. So, from where we left off, we were talking about the Shrine Association and trying to get used to the mechanics of the game. So, I remember what we're doing. Oh yeah, so we're still doing high jumps. I want to see how well our monster is. Yeah, so high jumps, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I was gonna stop high jumps at level 10. They go by intervals of 25? I don't remember the intervals. I'll see. Yeah, judging by that, it looks like they go by 25 now that I look at it much more correctly. So yeah, so every 100, no, it's not 100. I think it's every 25 or something. I really need to double check that. I will see that. So yeah, I'm gonna stop at accuracy at level 10, and focus on speed at level 10. Basically, what I'm trying to do is have where Rojo Guru has decent accuracy so he could land the hits and decent speed so he could dodge the hits, because defense he's kind of bad with it. It's not bad, but it's like it's better for him to dodge than to guard. So again, training, he seems fine. Okay. Oh yeah, I mix it up, sorry. I'm gonna have him do different stuff. Okay, this one he's doing the stuff. He's doing well. He seems fine on health and food. I'll praise him, don't scold him. Scolding monsters, there's actually a benefit from scolding monsters. Usually do that when their success rate is bad, but be careful when you scold them at a high success rate, because that will actually cause them more stress than they should be. So again, we will continue on our measure. The moonlight is bright tonight, just like the other night. Huh? Where's Rojo heading off to? Well, Rio, I can see the monsters love you, like they always do. I have an idea. Why don't you run the ranch along with that boy, Aura? I'm sure it'd be a lot of fun. Don't you agree, Rojo? I can't. It will just turn out the same as always. You'll become scared of me, and eventually hate me. I don't want to be hated again. You mustn't assume things, Rio. You've got to open your eyes, be brave, and say what you want to say. And then reveal. And apparently she was talking to a talking tree with some huge lips. Sorry, I can't. I'm not really good with shrieky noises. What? What? Aura? No, don't look at me. Now it's alright, Rio. You can't hide it forever. It's a beautiful moon tonight. Anyway, why not talk it all out? My name is Makuruji. Trees with unusual powers, like myself, are called spirit trees. I'm one of the oldest of the spirit trees, and at some point in my life, I've learned to speak human a bit. But I didn't want to surprise them, so during the day, I stay quiet. Wow, but you know, isn't it kind of sad to stay quiet, even though you can't speak? What do you know? You humans have nothing but fear of anything kind of power you don't understand, so you attack it. Rio, what's wrong? I'm sorry about her, Rio. You see, is a very unusual girl. She has the power to talk to monsters. So yeah, if you haven't noticed already, she would talk more to Rojo, our little Garu, our little monster, more than us, and she will avoid us because of reasons, which we'll explain in the game. And from a young age, that power was feared by others, and she was disliked for it. I didn't know that. I'm sorry, Rio, but you shouldn't keep your thoughts to yourself. If you do, you'll never be able to share your feelings. Rio, you have just more chances to understand others than ordinary people do. What? Chances? Yeah, chances. To be able to speak and understand another language, That's an amazing opportunity. I've never thought about it that way. I was always just so scared. I couldn't look at it that way. If you close your heart, you'll never be able to get rid of yourself of your fears. You might be right. Oh, it's about time for me to go home. Good night, Aura. Yeah, good night, Rio. And then next week. Alright then, another day ahead of us, Rojo. Wait, Aura, first take this. Huh? What is it? It's an extra special Battle Practice Kitty Meowser. First, use this to review monster battles, okay? What's with you today? Pretty early to be bouncing off the walls. You wanna know why? Because I'm determined to beat that nasty girl in that competition. I'll kick her butt to Kingdom Come. I'll send her on a one-way trip to La La Land. Rojo, imagine this is her. Let her have it. So yeah, this is a battle tutorial of the game. Another neat thing, as you can see before at the start of the game, you can kind of compare stats. The blue graph, it's me, as you can see, and then the red graph, it's the enemy. Right now you can see that he has like max stats in health, accuracy, and defense. So you ready, Aura? Here I go. First, approach the opponent, get into short range. So yeah, you move with the D-pad or the control stick of your PlayStation. Hey, don't back it up, get it up close. There you go, within short range. Next, step back. Use the D-pad or left stick away from the opponent and press the triangle button. So it's kind of like a dash. Yes, perfect. This is called a step back, don't forget. Next is step in. Push the D-pad or left stick towards the opponent and push the triangle button. Yeah, so dash in, dash out. Exactamundo, all tens. This is called a step in. Next is a slam. Get close to your opponent and push triangle. Yeah, so once you can only do it once you see these little two boxing things go. So good, nice row. Next, use panel rotation to select a move. R1 and R2 buttons swivel around. So yeah, there you go. Good, nice curling. This is called a panel rotation. Now the big finale. Try your skills. Give them hell. Move to the distance stat in the skill panel, and push the circle, X, or square button. So yeah, so I'm gonna give my little revisions that you can see. Depending on how long or how far you are from the opponent, you could do certain moves. So I can only do this move from this away. I forget, I already know. The triangle, X, and square buttons actually have a function later on, but you can just press whatever buttons right now. So we're just gonna do a simple attack. Very good. Now you're ready to compete in tournaments. Oh, and use the skills screen under monster panel to assign monster skills to the panel. After you learn a skill, don't forget to assign it to a panel. You can't use the skill without assigning it. Also, if you learn knowledge of fire, etc., you can assign elements to certain skills. Try to figure out the weak points of your enemies. You got it? Also, practice makes perfect. Do your best. Yeah, so what you meant there is that, remember that thing that I was talking about? So here, let me just change it. See here, this is the element that your attack has. So in this case, this fire charge has a flame element, the tornado has a wind element, and then the claw has no element. And if you look at the bottom, like where it says guts is a stamina, so you have to use that's like the power point or the attack point or the point system of how much you could use to actually use attack. Beneath that, there's a symbol that looks like a sword. That means cut. Yeah, that means that it does pierce damage. But if I go over here to the top right and you see the little cursor, you see how I could hover over the X? What I can do is like I can actually assign an attribute to the move, and that only works if the move if the moves happen X. So the flame charge and the tornado, yeah, those are already predetermined. I can't change that, but I can change this one. And eventually Garo will learn one of these. I don't know what he learns. I always forget. It's always different. He'll learn these later on a thing. I don't know. I forgot. I'll remember it eventually. But yeah, but you can see at the bottom right, depending on the element, I will change how the attack will work. I don't know if it changed from letter grade or by percentage. But right now here, I'm just gonna assign the fire to this because it just seems nice. Life damage is pretty good. Guts damage, like I said, that's the stamina. So some moves can take usually take stamina more or guts more than does damage to your opponent. Critical rate is your chance of critical, and an accuracy rate is how accurate the move can be. So yeah, so there's that thing explained. Trait is still the same. Now here, like, now remember what kind of element stats. Apparently there's like this. Some monster has weaknesses and strengths towards elements in some way, but it's not like the same in Pokemon. There's no super effective or non-effective move. They just have strengths and weaknesses. It's like they just do, like for example here, Garou can resist more fire moves, water moves, and hard magic, but he can't do well with magic for some reason. But yeah, I don't know how big of a difference it was. I remember just playing the game and there was not really that much of a focus in the elements, like in terms of defense. Like offense, yeah, the attributes are much more important in this. Oh damn it! So I went to easier. So yeah, see, I probably praised him a lot. So I'm just gonna not have to praise him this time. So what are you doing? You're doing high jump. Okay, and then just begin training. Ooh, you kind of did bad this time. 60 is not a good number for you. I don't wanna scold you yet. Here, I'm just gonna feed you. Be a potato. You did kinda decent today. Probably because of the focus. I forgot what this focus does exactly. All I know is that, like I said, that determines how well the success rate of your monster is. And there's something you could alter it, but you can't do it right now because again, you're like super early in the game. We're still technically considered in tutorial stage. Alright, let's try entering a competition. Sounds like a good idea. I don't really know how. Maybe you could talk to Cynthia about it? Hey, I thought you'd say that. So I bought a competition calendar. Okay, something that I forgot to mention the last time. See how the text is red during that? This is one of the flaws that this game has. It has quests, but they don't really tell you that they're quests. They just pretty much say, "Oh, just do this or do that." There's like it doesn't hold your hand, so you pretty much have to figure out when you own, which I think is kind of weird for this type of game. But yeah, but pretty much anything that's in red means important. So if you're playing this along with me, or if you're ahead of me, just keep in mind that anything that is red in text means that it is important. You have to pay attention, and you gotta do that if you want to progress through the game, because you can technically reach the highest level in the game and still not progress in the story. And yeah, it's not like a glitch. It's just that's how the game is. Like if you just want to read the monsters and don't want to focus on story, you can go ahead, but you'll miss out on a lot of stuff, especially with the addition of reading extra monsters and other stuff. So I don't know why you want to do that. Either way, first use the cursor to mark the competition that you want to enter on the calendar. Then select the monster and add it to the schedule. Next, find a weekend that is competition is being held and select it as your weekend activity. Also, to enter official competition, you have to earn star points from normal competition. If you win an official competition, your monster rank rises and you can enter higher rank competition. But to enter the top rank official competition, your breeder rank has to rise too. Only the association can grant breeder rank, so it's hard to know when your rank will rise. So I guess you have to have hope for the best. I guess that's about it. Did you get all of that? God damn it, my allergies are itching. It's like it's acting up. So you're all set. Now enter the competition. Let's beat that annoying Tay girl. Yeah, so you can now enter the competition. You don't have to do it. This one is one of the optional ones. I did say that these are important, but technically speaking, now here it is. The competition. You can technically enter one right now. S means single, O means official. As you can see, we can't do anything right now. Right now our monster is considered E rank, And what it means by star points is that over here in the official, right, you have to do 3 battles before doing an official. So you can't just train your monster and then just jump into the official. No, you have to actually have competed at least 3 times, if I remember correctly, and then be able to participate in a official. So, I mean, we could, let me see, can we do this right now? How well was he? We can actually do that right now. I'm just gonna save this really quick. I usually like to save before a battle. Yeah, so schedule. I'm actually gonna have him rest so that his fatigue is much more lower. And I forgot if this applies to this game, but I do know that in the other games, fighting actually relieves some stress from the monster. So don't be afraid of doing that. No, I have to say, there we go. There you go. So you can put him in a head of schedule to remind you that you're fighting that time. You can also do it from the here. Once I press it here. Yeah, so he's resting, nothing much. Doing well. He still loses a little bit of hunger because that's normal. God damn it, so his policy is still easier. I have to change that later on. So, again, so you go to weekend. Now you also do the competition over here. And right now it's reminding you like, oh yeah, you have a competition right now. So, but if you don't have to schedule ahead. You could just do it from here. If you already know there's a competition, it's just nice to, the game just gives you an option to remind yourself of it. So we're gonna do the Raspberry Cup. Now the only reason why I'm confident on doing a competition this early is that, like I said, the first monster that they give you, he's kind of a little bit overpowered. Well, not overpowered, but he has more stats than its original one, especially since if you decide to delete this monster and then raise it from the beginning, his stats will actually be worse than what it is, and he doesn't actually have the access to this move, which I consider it to be one of his strongest moves, as you will see why. So yeah, that was kind of a quick demonstration, like I said. So don't be afraid to use your first monster, your Garo, towards these matches, since there won't be much. Competitions are good competitions. They either have brackets or red robins. Right now this is just a simple bracket since there's not a lot of monsters. It gives you a monster, and the interesting thing about this game is that it gives you the option to control or not control your monster. I highly suggest not to control your monster. Don't let your monster do the fighting, because it's AI and there's a weird chance for it to go bad. Okay, so that's bullish. That's a trait that it has. So it's not okay. I'll have to do this earlier. Ooh, I'm lagging really bad. Lagging. Come on. Well, that doesn't become a problem later on. So yeah, what you saw there is bullish. Bullish is... Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why I lagged. And the winner of the terrific battle is Rojo. So sorry, I got a little bit sidetracked. So as you could see that when I was trying to input an attack, the screen went well, the attacks went yellow and it said bullish. That's your loyalty with your monster. Right when you start out with a monster, your monster don't really pay attention to you most of the time. That's normal for every monster, but that's only for new monsters. The more you train, the more you battle, the more comfortable it will be with you. The more bonds it will have with you, and the more it will pay attention to you. So that wouldn't be bad. So we did pretty well. We got fame. Fame, I forgot what it does exactly. I'm not sure if that's actually affects something. But either way, we did pretty well in that match. He's still alive and kicking. We could pretty much do another one. See if we got another star there. So yeah, we're just gonna save here. Again, it's better to save before doing any match. So should I have him train? No. What do I have him do? Let's go and rest him again. It's better to have your monster rested before doing a fight, because depending on how well your monster is, the more guts it will start off, and it's better to have more guts than acid can start out, because another thing that this game offers is that the more guts you have, the more accurate your moves are. And yeah, proceed this weekend. Yeah, so here, see, I didn't do the competition, but I can actually, oh wait, oh yeah, so here I can do this and then take part of it. Now I'm doing the competitions early, like I said, because the next part of the story is when you defeat the first official tournament, so you go from rank E to the next rank, D. Yeah, I forgot. Same here, another bracket stuff. A nice little feature is in this game. I'm not sure if it's considered as a feature. If your monster have really high stats, there's a good chance that your opponent can forfeit, and you don't have to do any of the fighting. There you go, another EVKO. That move is just overpowered, and this is the reason why you usually try to keep this one, because if you produce another one from the book or from the disc, you won't have that move. So I wouldn't advise just getting rid of this monster right now. One last thing to note about this fighting system. If you see in the bottom, there's like this weird like red, green, yellow thing in the back. I don't know what it means usually. I know that kind of has to associate with like accuracy. I think that's just for like little kids. I like for like young players just to like know like, oh, you can hit here, and because it says right there that's the percentage chance. But yeah, you can see that it's like guarding here. Oh, God damn it. So yeah, these are bonuses that your character can get within the game. I need to really look that up. I was not expecting it to be this laggy. Just keep attacking. It seems to lag if I don't like defeat the monster really quickly. Either way, that won't be a bit much of a difference. It's still the same thing. Okay, there we go. Another victory under our belts. Yeah, oh yeah, we also get prizes, so we got another potato, then we get 800 gold, and our monster fame goes up again. Okay, somewhere now summers. Yeah, so there's seasons in this game. Yeah, his focus is going back, but let's see how well. It's still easy. I won't change that a lot. I will have to do. Okay, I could kind of train here. So I'm just gonna. Yeah, so I can't do the see how it's like not highlighted. See how these his name is highlighted on these two, but not on this one. That means he has one more chance to attack. Which one should I go? If I could do this one. Let me do this one. Let me do like this one, because if you look over here, you see where it says style and rivals. Tournament battle means the brackets, what I'm saying here. League battles are round robin, which pretty much say that you pretty much fight, everyone fights everyone, and whoever, and you get points by depending on how many monsters you can KO. So this one, so if your monster isn't that like well off, you could kind of like bet on this one more to have more chances to get and try to aim for more wins. Your monster can like lose some, but be careful because don't try to lose a lot. And if you do lose a lot, there's a chance that your monster can end up being injured during the fight, and that kind of is bad for the monster itself. So yeah, continue on. So you're doing it. So oh yeah, so you can see in the schedule it reminds you that you have to do something. So I'm just gonna do a training here and rest here. You're gonna move the schedule a lot, like after a while. So there you go. So now he's at level 10 in accuracy, so I don't have to focus on that anymore. So what did I put him at? Yeah, so that's like 20. Yeah, seems like it goes by intervals of 20. I need to double check that. Either way, that's not that important. Feed it well. I'm gonna feed you the potato that you just won to show you how much of a good boy you are. Let's see. How's your policy still? You're back to... You're still 8th year. I don't know how that happened. So yeah, let me go to town just in case something I have to do. Let me just like visit some places. Usually that's how you progress the story. So if you don't remember what to do, just go over here. So there's nothing here. We'll go over here. Okay, nothing here. So there wasn't that much anything important. Okay. One other thing I'm gonna remind you guys. You know that you're progressing the story where you see how it says like the weekend and the season. If the music like stops or it's like silent, that means that it means like an event is happening. So, oh, I didn't save. It doesn't matter. Can I save in here? Nope. Nope. Okay. Oh well. We're gonna have to deal with this now. But don't worry, we're still good since our monster is like super powered. Okay. So again, ladies and gentlemen, Cup, he will say pretty much the same things. There's not much of a difference. Oh yeah, I almost said no. I was about to go back, but I was gonna show you the info. Pretty much info just shows you the stats of your opponents, which you're gonna see them either way. Oh, you were tad less deaths. It's probably because of focus. Doesn't matter. He's dead. Well, he's KO'd. Yeah, I need to like double check that. Yeah, so if I go here, yeah, see, you can see the enemy. I don't know why you want to do that. If it's like the graph seems much more like a better visual representation. Just these numbers kind of look weird. Like here, you can see that my monster is already doing well. You could kind of give it an idea of how this monster uses much more intelligent attacks than other stuff. These seconds, I think that's what they're called. Okay, I think I have to hit. I won't use tornado. I will use this. Nope. As you can see, I could take advantage of this. See how this monster has no moves in the front? So it's better if I do this at the moment. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so also keep in mind that most opponents have like gimmicks and everything. And there we go, we win this fight. Yeah, cheer. We get another 800 gold, we get another potato. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so normal stuff. So yeah, so now we're done with this. We can now see now this unhighlighted, and now I could participate in this one. In this one, I will have to like start to save, and already saved that there. And speaking of that, I will just save right now, and I will call this an episode. So again, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, I hope you leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, like whatever you want from this, like any question of this game. And yeah, so I will see you guys in the next episode. And remember, have fun.